Welcome to the Instagram stories for Friday, May 16th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill, and welcome to the weekend edition of the show. Today on the show, you'll hear about a new update from TikTok that has to do with AI. Additionally, the head of Instagram will debate if it's better to make a new account or continue to work with your old one when you want to pivot. Additionally, Threads has some updates that you can now have multiple links in the bio, and AI expert Ashley Coffey stops by to share with us all the latest AI updates that you need to know across the entire technology landscape, but focused on social media. All of that and more in today's episode, but first, here's a quick word from our sponsors. Welcome back. Let's get into the news, and let's start with a new update from the team over at TikTok, who have launched something they're calling AI Alive. It essentially transforms static photos into dynamic, immersive videos within TikTok stories. Now, I looked for a clip from someone from the TikTok team talking about this, which I could not find. All I found was the CEO, Shou Chew, giving a couple of sentences about it.
We launched AI Alive today that takes your pictures and changes them into videos with a text prompt. I took an old family photo and look at what I did.
Then in the clip, he shows a video of his grandparents that he brought to life. I will link to this post in the show notes so you can check it out, along with the blog post that the TikTok team made about it if you want to check out more. Moving on, let's jump over to the Threads news. The biggest news is that Threads now allows you to link up to 5 different external websites in your bio. So whether you're linking to podcasts, articles, newsletters, your website, this way people can find all of the places where you're online. Based on those links that you've included in your bio, Threads has updated their analytics, so you can now see how many people visited the links you shared, whether they came from your bio or a link that you made in a post. Additionally, they've added enhanced insights and tips, including a weekly recap within the insights screen so that you can see a summarized snapshot that includes a week-over-week comparison of the number of posts you shared, total views, new follower count, and replies on your posts. I will link to the blog post from the about.facebook.com page explaining more so you can see screenshots as well. Okay, now let's move on to the Instagram section. Have you ever looked at your Instagram account and felt that it was time to just wipe the slate clean and start over? Maybe your business pivoted focus a little bit, or maybe your hobbies changed, or you wanted to feature some other kind of content than you normally do. Is it better to make a new account or use the existing account that you already have and archive everything? It's a good question. The head of Instagram gives his opinion. Here's the clip.
One of the most frequent questions I get is that if I'm going to change my account, should I create an entirely new account or should I work with my existing one? Now, the unsatisfying answer is it depends, but generally speaking, it's better to continue to use your existing one if you can. And there's things that you can do to make that a little bit more of a smooth transition. You can post a video about the fact that you're changing the direction of the account to give your followers a heads up. You can archive all of your old content from your profile so it's not confusing. You can actually use trial reels before you decide to pivot to see if there's an audience for the new type of content that you want to create. All of this allows you to maintain your follower base and actually allows us to understand a bit more of who's interested in you, which will help you grow over time. But if it's a really hard pivot, the content has nothing to do with what you were doing before, or if you don't actually want to be associated with, or you want to present yourself with a different identity, so you don't even want to be associated with your old name or your old pseudonym, then yes, a brand new account might make more sense. It's just a bit harder to start from scratch. So hopefully this helps. If you have a friend with this question, send it to them because I do get this one a lot. More to come soon. Peace.
Personally, I think it's going to be better to use an existing account. It's very tempting to just start with a clean slate, start over fresh, brand new. But the thing is, then no one knows that your account exists and you have to create really compelling content to catch their attention. But if you already have followers, those followers may or may not be interested in whatever you pivot to. But the fact is that you already do have people who are interested in you, your business, your brand, whatever it is that you do. So to start from that as a baseline, I think personally is a lot easier. Now, Adam mentioned archiving posts. You do have to archive posts one by one. You can't just archive, for instance, all the posts that you made before 2023 or something like that. That would be a really nice feature. That doesn't exist. But the point is, I always recommend using your existing account and just changing it up in some way so it's obvious that you've pivoted, because there are still people who are going to follow you already, and that makes it easier. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Ashley Coffey from Coffee & Code stops by to share the latest news and updates in the world of AI. Stick around. Welcome back. Here's the latest of what's going on in the world of AI, specifically as it relates to social media, from Ashley Coffey from the Coffee & Code podcast.
Hello, everyone, and happy Friday to you. This is Ashley Coffey with the Coffee and Code podcast. I'm excited to be giving you all a little bit of AI news this week in social media. Thank you to Daniel Hill for inviting me to come on the show and share a little bit of AI news each week. So let's go ahead and get into it. How about that? Okay, Threads now lets users add up to 5 links to their profile bios and rolls out analytics tools to track clicks on profile links and links shared in posts. That's coming from our friends at TechCrunch. Next up, Pinterest apologizes for a recent wave of mass account bans, saying, quote, an internal error led to over-enforcement, end quote. That should be interesting to watch as things unravel. I'm not sure if anyone listening has had a Pinterest account disabled or removed, but if you have, let us know. Next up, we've got Perplexity. Perplexity is partnering with PayPal to let US customers book travel, buy products, and secure concert tickets via Perplexity's chatbot, paying with PayPal or Venmo. That's interesting. I'm interested to see where that goes. And with Meta, Meta's always in the headlines, and this week they released Open Molecules 2025, a data set and universal model for ATOMS, ATOMS, which is a family of AI models, and that is built to accelerate the development of new drugs and materials. That's interesting. And next up, Q&A with Mark Benioff. He talked about how AI is disrupting work, including Salesforce's AI agent platform, Agentforce. And he talked about how the Trump administration's tariffs and economic policy are impacting technology. So definitely keep an eye out on that. And lastly, NVIDIA, the makers of chips and a lot of other technical materials, partnered with Humane to build data centers in Saudi Arabia over the next 5 years, with the first phase involving 18,000 GB300 Grace Blackwell chips. So that is fascinating to me. We shall see where that goes. And last but not least, this is a really unfortunate headline. Microsoft says it will lay off 6,000 staff in a bid to cut management layers, including at LinkedIn. And last year, Microsoft had 228,000 staff in June of 2024. And previous to that, they cut 10,000 in 2023. So they're getting ready to lay off 3% of their workforce. That's a lot. And that's going to wrap it up for this week. There are a lot more headlines, but we'll save that for next week. Again, this is Ashley Coffey. Thank you for listening to the Instagram stories flash briefing. And I hope to find you over on my podcast, Coffee and Code. This is Ashley Coffey, and have a great day.
Thanks so much, Ashley, for those updates. Ashley has a fantastic podcast. It's called Coffee and Code. I will link to it in the show notes so you can get there directly. That's going to do it for today's episode. As always, thank you for listening. And if you have just a moment, please go on Apple Podcasts and leave a review of the show. If you've never left a review of the show previously, please go ahead and do that. It is the best way to let others know how much value you're getting out of this podcast, and then they will listen too. Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to come back next time for more social media news, strategy, and other things you need to know.
Let me tell you a couple things that you should know about me. A product manager, but do not have a bachelor's degree. But actually, that's factually a fraction of me. And other fractions posting content irregular and irrationally. Still probably won't get a job at the Gram. They forgot, they don't know, or don't care who I am. That's why you never see me at the parties and events. My lack of followers must make me irrelevant. Don't have a course, a book to sell to make a bag of grand. Not a social media marketer, don't represent any brands. Plain to see, don't have an agency, but I got a lot of spam. Just putting in the work, without the glitz and glam. Won't catch me eating fish, unless it's shrimp or clam. No six pack, no risk that, there's a gym card in my hand. Don't have a full-time job, but I got a lot of plans. Stay plotting, dropping knowledge on TikTok and Instagram.